Welcome traders, you are listening to Mike Hamilton, and this daily DAX is stuck. So we had the gap down to the 200 and then we just shuffled between this fib level and this 20 MA and some resistance up there. So until we get this weekend out of the way and then see where we open on Sunday and Monday, I would just steer clear of this market. This could go either way. Hence the problem with getting a decent swing trade. Well, there isn't a swing trade out of it at the moment, and so steer clear. We've got 4 hours of the US market to go yet, and at the moment we are just sitting in this level. So yeah, US traders already sort of making their way home, possibly going away for their long weekend, and leaving the markets just hanging like this. What do I think is going to happen? I do think we will close the gap. We've got a gap up there at 79.70 roughly. It looks as if we're basing here, but the market is such that it could go either way. Particularly, when you've got political overhang like that, it does skew the markets until you get a clear direction. Obviously, close under here, we'll look for short, so that would be quite low. If we do get to push into this 18,100, I would start to short it, because I'm just looking for this to sort of range around. You come out, pop back in, test the highs, pop back down. Yeah, I think we could get a summer of this kind of price action, and then we might get quite tight, at which point I think we'll get a decision. And I think the path of least resistance is down. We're overdue a correction, and I think that's the most likely scenario. Moving on, and the US dollar yen has not gone to plan. I wanted to get short around about the 370, 390 area. It turned around a little bit too shy for me, too quickly off the non-farm payroll data. So I'm hoping that into the early part of next week we will get a push back into this area, at which point I want to get short and then wind this down. This instrument tends to follow the indices. So if the indices are going to short, I would expect this one to short. Dollar pairs, pound US, potentially holding here. We've got services data tomorrow. We've got obviously not much data out because of the US not being around. So I'll have a look at this. I'll actually only open the room about 9:15. I'll literally just do nothing until we get the data out of the way. But on the face of it, it's a huge level of support here. We can start to, I think we might just need one more plunge down to meet this trend line, and this 50 EMA down here at 155, at which point I think we could see another leg up, if only to short up here and then roll over. Euro, holding that fib level. So while it's holding that fib level, anything can happen. Let me just make sure you can see that clearly. Whoops. So you can see that bar is just clinging on. Other yen pairs, I am still long this, just looking for this. We've got a gap up there. It may not close it anytime soon, but so that could just come back and want to test 190, because it certainly can't do anything this week. Euro yen could go either way. If you're short, stay short and just keep your stop above 740. Because if this is another, you know, the US dollar yen and this one could be a good potential drop if we can just break that low. Got the resistance up here at 137. Trend line underneath, trend line support. I think we could wind the way down there, and then this 20 and all the moving averages will start to cross. So basically, I'm looking for a similar pattern to here. So we sort of chopped around here, pushed up, and eventually got into resistance, and they just gave way. So I think that might happen again. I think we might move sideways, we might get a little push into this resistance and then see it go. In which case I would take that off and alarm higher. Around about the 780 mark. Oops. Not much to report otherwise. Let's have a look at the Aussie US. Aussie CAD's drifting lower. Okay, I did trade the gold today. Got $5-6 move in the gold. Could have got about it. Could have doubled that if I had played it in a slightly different way. Those of you in the room saw me trade that. I think the gold will base here and potentially break out. So I would look for a retest of, this is Aussie US, but this again, we could be looking at gold, but we're not. I think this Aussie US is basing, and I think we're going to get at least a push into 75. So you might want to buy a dip in that one. Let's look at gold. Yeah, I would get back into this if I'm given the opportunity at a retest of that level. If it holds tomorrow. Don't often look at the euro pounds. Let's just grab that one here. Clutching. If that breaks out of that pattern, that could see a very strong move. I think the signal will be a close above that level there. So we've got a funnel. Yeah, it's very bearish. I think this could be a reversal pattern. Close above 71.25 could signal a move back up to that resistance. So we could be seeing some strength in the euro here. Oil, a lot of support. It's a big box. Not a very healthy thing to trade unless you grab the highs and buy the lows and literally, you know, just trade the range. You can see this is what I'm expecting of the indices, just slopping around, and then at some stage I think It could be a pullback into that center area. Could see that, then just plunge and go and fill that gap. Alright, so things to look for shorts are oil, financials, transport's long since gone, and I'll cover some more of that over the weekend. Okay, so be careful and see you at the next update.